Derby City Norseman and Minnesota Vikings fan forever peeps. It's week 5 of the National Football League season, and today we're playing the Chiefs in the late game. But we're playing it at home, so I believe that gives us at least a fighting chance. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes, so he's always capable of taking over a game. Let's just hope today we don't let him do that. With the Chiefs, you always got to concentrate on stopping Isaiah Pacheco in the running game and Travis Kelce in the passing game. Their receivers thus far have not been real consistent. So if we can get those two key points taken care of, I think that bodes well for our chances. Now, as far as us, looked like it was a good start last week with the combo of Alexander Madison and Cam Akers. And so, we just need to keep doing that. We don't want to become one-dimensional because we all know how much trouble our line has keeping Kurt upright and not getting him hit. So it's important we do that. Also, I don't know if it was just by the play design, but Addison has not been too involved in the last few weeks, and I think that we really need to get him involved today, so that we can get them to not be keying on Jefferson, because more than likely that's the emphasis of their defense today is to stop Jefferson. They got Clark back a couple weeks ago after his contract issue, and so, we know what a force he is on the defensive line, So we need to, make sure that we work hard to protect Kirk, because upright Kirk, protected Kirk, good. Not protected Kirk, bad. He has a tendency to make turnovers when we don't protect him. So let's hope that we do a good job of doing that today. My buddies Suave and OG are back, so we're going to have a clip after this, with us talking and everything like that around the NFL, specifically their teams. And we get into a conversation about Miss Taylor Swift, which she's probably going to be shown a couple times at the game today if she shows up there and stuff like that. So, but forgive me, we just got into a little conversation about celebrity crushes. So I don't know why we went off on that tangent, but we did. So, anywho, I thank you all for being here. Once again, I'm reaching out to you. I want you all to get a hold of me. I have a way that I can get your stories and respect your privacy, but I'd really like to hear what you Viking fans are feeling this year, and also just a history about how you became a Vikings fan. So, just please message me on the post or whatever and just get a hold of me if you'd be interested in doing that, because I'd be interested in seeing it, and I bet all the other fans would be interested in seeing it too. But I'm going to sign off for now. Let's hope we have a victory, whether it be close. I doubt it'll be a blowout. That would be really surprising, but even if it's a close one, as long as it's a victory and gets us to 2-3 and on our way back, then I'll take it. So, but thank you all for watching, and go Vikes. Hello, all my Derby City Norsemen and Minnesota Vikings fan forever peeps. This is Tom. And guess what? We got my buddies back this week. I missed them last week, but things happen. They're busy dudes, so I thank them for the time they are able to make in their schedule, to be on my show. I think it adds a lot to it, and so I appreciate these guys. But
no problem.
Yeah, it just so happens though we're coming back on a celebration week this week for Mr. Swab there. Swab, tell me how you're feeling after that game last night.
I mean, it feels good for them to win. I just hope that they can build on it.
Yeah,
Winning in the NFL is hard enough, but when you ain't pretty much won a game until for a whole calendar year, that's crazy.
yeah.
So I just hope they can build on it. Because I
Well,
mean they have a pretty favorable schedule coming up. So I mean I don't see why you can't win at
is
least
that
two of the
is
next
that a
four.
little dig at my team there that they
No, no,
got
no, no, no,
favorable?
no. I'm just saying. I think we got Carolina,
Yeah,
we got the Chargers. Two teams that give up points.
yeah, yeah.
As
I hear.
good, as much money as the Chargers has put into that defense, they giving up about 30 points a game. Look like.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear.
And then you just trade away your number one corner. You just trade him back to New England. So I mean, if our offense can sustain this firepower, I think we should be okay. Now I'm
Well,
not saying. Go ahead.
no, I was just going to ask you. Tell me what you think was the difference between the game last night and then the game against the
Bronco.
Broncos when you got up by so much and then they came back on you. What do you think was the difference last night that
I,
allowed you?
honestly, the defense got turnovers.
Okay.
They got that interception at the end of the second quarter, which Justin Fields led them to a touchdown, and then there was the one play when the tight end was trying to battle for extra yards, got stripped. It was they did everything they didn't do against Denver. They got to Sam Howell.
Yeah.
He broke out of a couple, but they was able to get pressure. The pocket was clean.
Uh huh.
You see how good a quarterback can be when he got time.
Yeah.
You know, and they did a great job against probably one of the shoot. Can anybody really name a better four as far as a D line in the league? You got four first round picks.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know,
Definitely Washington's line's formidable, but
yeah.
yeah. So you think that maybe they turned the corner as far as getting that protection, or are you looking for them to be more consistent
Yes.
with the?
And then I think if you can win, you win this game, you got 10 days off. Maybe win the next two or four or three or four, then I can say you're turning a corner.
Okay.
You know, because you have to be consistent. You gotta, Justin. You want to get the big bucks, you gotta play like one.
Yeah. Oh
That
yeah.
offensive line gotta block and things like that. So
I got you. Um, One other thing I did want to bring up with you, and you're from Chicago, and a lifetime Bears fan. Tell me, how do you feel? I mean, you may not or may not know him that well because he's, you're a young gentleman as opposed to myself, who's ancient and old or whatever. But tell me your thoughts on the Bears, the loss of Dick Butkus. What did you think about Mr. Butkus?
um, what people don't realize, he was like Udonis Haslam is Mr. Miami,
Hmm.
from Miami, played high school and college in Miami. Then he played for the Miami Heat. Dick Butkus is the football version of that.
Yeah,
He went to Chicago public school. Then you go down to Champaign and go to college. Then you come back to the city and play for the Bears. He was. I think a lot of athletes wish they could do those things.
yeah,
Stay home your whole life and still be successful.
yeah.
And he did it. One of the most feared linebackers, and
Oh yeah,
when you talk about the players the Bears have had, he's probably if not number one, number two. behind Walter.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, he was,
So
if it's one, pitcher, people could like, if they'd be like, all right, as a Chicago Bear fan, if people looked it up in a dictionary, it'd probably be him.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
Because
Okay.
he was everything. And like you say, I'm not, an older guy that really saw him play, but just the respect, he got from his peers.
yeah, yeah,
That means a lot.
yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I just it's just something you wonder if the icons, I guess you could say. You wonder if the younger people really realize that this was a great person and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
When Jim Brown passed,
Mm-hmm.
it's like people you wanted to know if they really realized what Jim Brown meant to the game. And as far as like linebackers, you said there's people like Butkus and Sam Huff, and I'm probably forgetting a few of the
Yeah.
all time greats at linebacker,
Mhm.
but those are people you hope that even the younger crowd, you hope that they really appreciate what those people gave to the game. And
Yeah.
actually with Mr. Butkus, like you said, he was there in Chicago, in Illinois the whole time. Which can you imagine that he got to live out his dream and stay at home? I mean, he was
Yeah.
truly blessed to be able to do that. I can't think of many guys who are able to do that. So
Like I say, it's only maybe I would say who Udonis Haslam and LeBron.
yeah,
I can kind of succeed at home, and
yeah,
I mean LeBron left, but that was his choice. It
yeah,
wasn't like he was kicked out of Cleveland.
yeah. I got
He
you.
left
True.
under his, he left when he was ready.
Oh yeah, and he he could say he brought him a championship too before he did it.
Exactly.
So yeah, Cleveland really don't have much to say when it comes to LeBron because he brought you a championship which you never had before. So
Yeah.
so
Outside of like Ohio State or somebody, yeah, that was
yeah, yeah,
you know they were the only thing, the best thing in town, really.
yeah. Oh yeah, but
So
but yeah, I just wanted to touch on that real quick before I move on to the OG's game here coming up. The big game is coming up. I just remembered there was like breaking news earlier that and Randy Gregory going to the 49ers. How, how do y'all think, that's going to it's not like they need more defense or anything like that, but how do y'all feel about that?
I mean, you never know. This may be a breath of fresh air that he needed.
Yeah,
Let's be honest. Denver, these first couple weeks
yeah,
ain't been the best. You got 70 put on you, and you just been, a lot of teams are coming back and beating you. The Justin looked great against them. So I mean, it was probably just one of them situations. It's like I gotta go.
yeah. Well, I think it's interesting how some of these players will sign these big ticket free agency contracts, and then a year or two later they're getting released because the production's not matching the type of contracts they're signing and stuff like that. But I think it doesn't happen as often as it could happen. But when it does, it's like you're thinking, wow, that when they signed this guy, he was supposed to be like the difference maker and stuff like that, and now they're releasing him. So uh, I just think that's sort of interesting sometimes. But
The way to save money.
yeah, but Mr. OG, here we go.
OG still got Randy Gregory Dallas jersey.
I
got
was
a lot of bums, but he ain't one of them.
I, I was going to make a joke earlier and said, well, it's a good thing they got traded to another recreational use state and stuff like that. But no, I mean, I think Randy's trying to shed that label or whatever and stuff like that. But
Not at
in it,
all.
in any case, uh, OG, this game coming up. You know, everybody's putting it down as, I guess, the preview of the NFC Championship, or at least that's what I'm hearing a lot of people say. Which I know you're saying, I'm putting too much pressure there or what have you, stuff like that. Give me your thoughts on how the game between the Cowboys and the 49ers is going to go.
Hopefully it's well, not hopefully. Let's just put it this way: we cut down the penalties and kind of continue what we're doing. Take shots here and there.
Okay.
We should be all right because it's not like San Francisco has scored a bunch of points on us.
Yeah.
It's not the defense is the problem. First time it was penalties and dumb play calling, and then second time, Dak just the offense and Dak just didn't get it done.
Yeah.
So I think it's a more mental game than anything else for us
Mm-hmm.
to say we can be, like in Rocky. You see, he bleeds. He is human, So, like I said, I still think it's gonna be tight.
Yeah.
21-24, last second field goal. So, I just want a good game. I don't want to. I mean, if it's a blowout, please let it be in our favor. But I just want a good game.
Yeah.
Please try to stay as healthy as possible, and let's go Dallas.
Yeah. But I mean, I think a lot of people have already handed over the NFC to San Francisco. They're not going to be challenged. And from what I remember, the Rams, played them pretty darn close through most of the game. That they eventually ended up winning. But I don't really buy into juggernauts or teams that are just totally dominating. The most dominating team I've ever seen in my lifetime, and they were dominating defensively, was and Swab's going to like this, was the Bears that went to the Super Bowl the one year when they had that dominating. Was it a 46 defense? I think it was.
We had a dominating kick return.
Well, Devin Hester.
We had a dominating kick return.
Yeah.
Now that you say that, Tom, shoot, has it been anybody since him that's like, hey, don't kick to him, dog. Don't even play like that.
Oh yeah. Devin Hester was a dude. You just didn't want that ball to go to him
But still, a lot of punters would do it.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
We can get them. It's like, all right,
But I was actually talking about the team that had Walter and the refrigerator and all that back in '85 or whatever.
Yeah.
The dominating defense where, it took Dan Marino and the two Marks to save that undefeated season streak, for Miami and stuff like that. But that's the last team that I ever saw that was just dominating people with their defense. I also remember the one year when the Ravens with Ray Lewis and those guys, that their defense was just dominating, and I mean basically carried them to a championship and stuff like that. So I think if you're going to have domination and be able to to dominate a season, that the thing that more often will happen on is not on offense, but on defense. When you've got a total shutdown defense, you can dominate a season, I believe, but that happens very rarely.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the narrative, the red zone, red zone, red zone. I get it. You want to score when you get down there, but those teams that you mentioned wasn't offensive juggernauts.
Oh no, they weren't at all. And
So I'm just saying, this. I wish people would. I mean, I mean, being a Cowboy fan is rough. Damned, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. So it is what it is.
Okay, now, OG, I'm a Vikings fan, so I don't want to hear about it being rough. You're part of what's made my life rough. But anyway, that's another story. You're still my brother, I just
Touche,
gotta say.
touche. You see, I didn't say nothing. I was like, yeah, you got a point. I'll be quiet.
But the year when the Bears did go to the Super Bowl against the Colts, yeah, Hester was just I think he basically willed them into the Super Bowl that year and stuff like that. And if it weren't for Peyton Manning, I think they definitely could have won that year. But
Yeah,
uh, actually, I really do think this isn't my own opinion; it's just my opinion that to beat San Francisco, you have to stop McCaffrey. He's like the ignition to their offense. If you're, I mean, they got Debo, they got Ayuk, Purdy. Everybody's talking about how great Purdy is and stuff like that. But the thing that really makes that offense hum is when McCaffrey gets going. When he
yeah,
gets
but
going, that's when they're scoring 30 and 40 points and stuff like that. So
I think for us, it's just not try to limit the yak yards after catches.
yeah,
I mean, we got to tackle, and if we do that, that might slow this offense down because they
yeah,
get most of their yards, yards after the catch. It's not like Brock Purdy is throwing 50, 60-yard bombs, and I don't know why nobody want to call him on it, but
yeah, oh yeah. So you're basically your plan for the defense, the Cowboys defense is, let them get the short grabs, but wrap them up and don't let them
right. I
break
mean,
off.
to me, this is a true definition of a team game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If they win, it's a team win because unless the defense goes out there and put up 21-0 before you can blink, then But other than that, there's gonna be has to be a total team win.
Oh, I agree. I agree, and I mean that's the way it really should always be. During any football game is the team is what should will you to win. Now there are certain quarterbacks that can will a team to win. Unfortunately, I'm facing one of them this weekend, um, but usually, yeah, if a team wins, it's because they've performed well in all three phases as far as defense, offense, and special teams and things like that.
Who do
And
y'all play, Tom?
we're playing the Chiefs,
Okay.
so. And I have to say this, and y'all probably can give me so much grief, but I can't help that. But um, my celebrity crush, or one of my celebrity crush, I have a couple of them, stuff like that, is Miss Taylor Swift. So it ain't gonna hurt my feelings that she's gonna be there, and they might show a couple, look-sees in at her stuff like
Oh,
that.
All right.
But
All right.
but
So
I
let
just
me
hope
ask
she.
you.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you this, Tom. To that point, right?
Yeah.
Is Taylor Swift the best looking celebrity crush? Like, if they all had a prime, is Taylor the best looking one?
For me, she is number 1B. I mean,
mm,
there is a 1A that I have a little bit more liking for and stuff like that.
Okay.
I don't think she's a sports fan, or at least I'm not aware that she's a sports fan. And I'm not even sure that y'all would know her. I mean, you probably know the movies she's been in and stuff like that.
What's
But
her?
do you know the woman Anna Kendrick? She's in the Pitch Perfect movies. She's like the lead actress in the Pitch Perfect movies. If you've ever seen that, um, or you might have even seen her in Lip Sync Battle. She
Oh,
was
her.
on one
Oh, okay.
episode of Lip
Okay.
Sync Battle, and J Lo was was there and came out at the end of her thing and stuff
Yeah,
like
I know
that.
exactly who that. Yeah, I never knew her name, but yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that
All right.
she's my 1A. So
Okay, Tom. Okay.
she, she's a redhead, and I just think she's pretty darn cute. And
Uh-oh, don't let us
like
find out Tom got a soft spot for redheads. Uh-oh.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, what can I say? You just like what you like. I can't help it,
Hey,
So,
hey.
and normally I'm not a real big fan of blondes, and I don't want to like objectify women, but you have taste and stuff like that. But I really do find Taylor attractive, and plus she's a cat person, and I'm a cat person too. So I guess that's another reason why I like her and stuff like that.
Okay, Tom.
Well, I'm a cat and dog person, but I like cats, and some people don't like cats. I got like 3 of them and stuff like that. They're headaches sometimes, but then sometimes they're just really cool, and I love being around them and stuff like that. So that's a little added bonus information on Tom there, everybody who's watching. So, yeah, Tom.
OG's 1A celebrity crush is Tina Marie, so it's okay.
Okay. Is she
What
a
you say?
redhead? I don't know Miss Tina.
Tina Marie.
Who's
Hey.
Tina Marie?
Hey, in her prime? Yeah. Yeah.
Look her up.
Oh. Are you talking the singer Tina Marie?
Yes.
Like from back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you now.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. So
that boy, she say, hey, she threw it. I was gonna catch it. Like, all right, slow down.
All right, Swab. We won't bring up your fetish for Anita Baker.
Wow. No. No, you know what? Since we're on the topic, my celebrity is Sanaa Lathan. That's my celebrity. And
okay, now give me some insight on who she is. What is she in? Or
you ever seen Love and Basketball?
No, I haven't actually seen that movie, to be honest.
Oh, Tom.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What else was she in? Damn.
She was in Best Man. You ever seen The Best Man's?
The Best Man's Wedding, or
the movies?
The movies.
With
I
think
Davis? I saw one of them, but it's been a while. I've seen like White Man Can't Jump. I've seen like the House Party movies and stuff like that, but I haven't seen.
Look her up.
Okay.
Well, matter of fact, I'll send it to you,
Tom. Okay. All right. Help a brother out. Let me see. I'm sure you got good taste.
Hey, this will be a good conversation for Wednesdays.
No.
Yeah.
Don't bring this up, especially if Hollywood is in the room. Don't do it.
Hollywood gonna be like,
if Ty is there, is that what you said? If Ty is
there, Hollywood gonna bring up Skip Baylor's wife or something like, ew. Hollywood got low standards, dog.
Oh boy.
But yeah, we better move on from this subject. I don't want to offend any more of my female viewers because we're sitting here talking about the type of ladies we like. They're
gonna be DMing you, Tom. Oh, that's what you like? Like, I don't even know you like that. Why are you talking to me?
Yeah, my Kirk Cousins. You like that? But anyway. Yeah, I'm going to get myself in trouble if I don't move on here. But anyway. So, but speaking of which, I was talking a little bit about Miss Taylor, but, I'm actually going to be more interested in the football game, actually, believe it or not, But, so how do you all...
You believe that, Suave?
I believe you can be interested in 2 things at once.
Okay, I got you. I agree.
I'm gonna be like, I hope the Vikings win, but I sure hope they show Taylor again.
Well, you can't watch the game if you keep pausing it.
No.
Hey, that's why you can fast forward through through whatever you miss. Hey,
that's true. That's true.
The thing about these DVR TVs.
I'm just hoping the game's good enough that that's not what I'm looking to do. Is trying to look in for the glimpses at Taylor.
I feel you, Tom.
I hope
Yeah,
that
I get
game.
it.
I
But
was I was
anyway,
mad they kept showing her. I'm like, don't show her another time. Cheering.
well, yeah, I know they have a tendency when she's there to show her quite a bit. You know, I know Terrell ain't having it for her stuff like that. After our other room the other night, it's like he wasn't feeling her and stuff like that. Which I get people who feel like maybe she's taking too much spotlight and stuff like that. But I mean, that's just the media thing. If they're gonna have like, she right now, her and Beyonce are the it girls and stuff like that. So it'd be the same thing if Beyonce was up in the box and stuff like that. They would probably be cutting it. Well, maybe not. Because unfortunately, it seems like things aren't always as equal in things. But
Breaking news.
what?
Rob, y'all just traded Claypool.
That ain't breaking. That happened this morning.
Oh, did it? I
They
just
did
saw it.
they did it like after the game. Hey dog, we're gonna just go ahead and ship you to Miami, dog. But you know what? Like all jokes aside, if you can't be productive as like a fourth or fifth option in Miami, I really think if he can't do something in Miami, get a couple catches, a couple touchdowns or something, it may really be over for him. Like
I,
if Josh, if McDaniels can't find something for you to be good at, it's like everybody, it
so,
can't be everybody.
what was the problem with y'all?
He was like a lot of people were upset by the way like he played in that first game against the Packers. Like he got blew up by a corner on a like a receiver screen. I mean, the corner just blew him up, pushed him back into the receiver. The whole play ruined. And they like, what? How you this big and you getting manhandled by a smaller guy? He was like, what the hell?
Leverage.
Bro, it was bad though. Like, dude, like just blew him up. Like it's almost like you try to set a pick and you end up taking the worst end of the pick. That's how that was. Claypool took the worst end of the pick he was trying to set. I'm like,
Oh, wow, that's bad.
and
Yeah,
then he was, but it was talks all off season about how the coaches didn't like, they didn't feel like he was preparing himself like he should. And when coaches say that, that gets around fast.
Is
You
that the
know,
same reason why he left Pittsburgh?
Now I think the thing with Pittsburgh, they felt, well, yeah, that is the same reason. Cause like I ain't Stephen A. Smith. I ain't got no
You got
insider knowledge.
sources?
Yeah, I ain't got no insider knowledge, but I did hear that one of the coaches just was like sick of him. And a team like Pittsburgh, that's all they do is develop receivers.
yeah,
And
they've
you
been.
probably the most God gifted, talented one, and you can't even develop. Imagine him and George Pickens. Man, that's ugly.
I think it's over, bro. I think it's over.
It could be.
I mean, I don't. Wow, two stops and they kind of saying the same thing. That's
And then
like you said. If he can't get nothing done in Miami, yeah, bro, don't
like
just 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 delete all NFL numbers you got.
at least be a red zone option. Just be this, jump ball 50-50 got like, come on, dog. If you gotta do something. And it's crazy.
Oh,
They say he like 6'4", 240. Like, you got all this God gifted ability and you getting blown up by 190-pound corner, 5'9", 190, and he just blowing you up. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I think it was a time for a new start from him because, once they soured on him, he wasn't going to be doing anything there in Chicago. Now,
Yeah.
going to Miami, he probably ain't going to be doing much there either because he's going to, like you said, he's going to be like about fourth or fifth down the depth chart.
But you
So,
know what, Tom? I told somebody today what he should do if this receiver thing ain't working out, bruh. Put on about 10 to 15 pounds and just become a tight end.
yeah.
Like these days, athletic tight end. Look at like Pitts in Atlanta.
Yeah.
You can be a matchup nightmare, but you also gotta know what you're doing.
Well, I agree. I agree.
And a lot of times here he was just like lost. It's like, did you study the playbook? You
Bro,
know?
he could be in it just for the check.
Yeah, yeah. I told some people he might what Ben Simmons is to the NBA, he could be that for the NFL. You just got all this God gifted ability, but
Wasting it.
that and you're not putting yourself in a position to succeed.
Yeah.
So
And I think it's a shame, when that happened, just like
yeah,
it's in a different way, but the whole John Morant thing, it's
yeah,
like you got all this talent in the world and you're gonna mess it up over, trying to impress people or think that you're impressing people, but
yeah, you're gonna lose the job that got you everything that you
yeah,
have now. Because
yeah.
without that notoriety and this viewership, you wouldn't have what you have right now.
Oh, I agree.
But
I
they
agree.
don't they don't think that far.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You know.
But I'm the type of person that I got my faults. I try
Yeah.
not to judge other people on their faults because I know I got my faults and stuff like that. But yeah, you hate to see people who really are blessed, who have opportunities that me and you don't have, and then
Yeah.
just give it away because of things that they can control. So
Yeah.
but,
100%.
all right.
100%.
All right, well, fellas, I know it's late now. It's like 11 p.m. Eastern time, so I'm gonna cut you loose. I do thank you for being here again tonight,
Yes, sir.
Suave. I was happy to help you celebrate this one win, but in about
Damn.
10 days from now, I ain't gonna want no celebration dance
Uh,
at my
we,
expense.
hey, just like Aaron Rodgers is our kryptonite, we Kirk Cousins kryptonite.
Oh, I know. And playing in Chicago is definitely Minnesota's kryptonite. So, yeah.
Oh man.
So,
Everybody's somebody kryptonite.
oh,
Like
I hear
Jesus.
you.
Hey, that's why they call it the black and blue division. It's like, boy, can't do nothing right.
Not
Oh,
at all.
oh, I hear you.
Everybody beat up everybody.
Oh, yeah, I know. I mean, especially interdivision games, those games are always toss ups,
Yes.
because
Yeah.
you all know each other so well and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll be happy for you today. But like I said, in about 9 days or
Next
whatever. So
week. Next week. Next week. Next week.
next week, I got you.
Next
All
week.
right, well, everybody, uh, like I said, appreciate these guys so much. These are cool dudes, and I'm blessed to know these fellas, and
Yes,
and
sir.
and I think a lot of what they know about football, and we have fun like this every Tuesday and Wednesday night, over on Clubhouse. So if y'all ever get a chance to check us out there.
Mondays too, Tom.
I'm
You
about to
gotta
say,
come.
don't forget Monday time.
Oh, I forgot about Monday. Yeah, I'm not
You gotta
able to.
come through on Monday, Tom. We be doing all the NBA and college talk. I
Yeah.
see y'all got a big game. Y'all play Notre Dame or something this
Oh
weekend?
yeah, in college, yeah, we play Notre Dame. Yeah, that's probably
Number
one of the biggest games so far in a
number
couple of years.
25,
Yeah,
Louisville.
25 against number 10 Notre Dame.
Hey,
So I think we have y'all should check out our offense. We got some players on offense. Our
mhm.
wide receiver who I can't remember his name right now, and our running back. They're guys that can break it off, and take it to the house from anywhere on the field. So,
Are y'all still undefeated, Tom?
yeah, we're 5-0.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Oh,
but
Okay.
the last game we had to have our defense win because our offense just wasn't doing it and stuff like that. But they pulled through for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always I got old person's disease because my brain just blanks out on names sometimes and stuff like that. I know Plummer's the quarterback. Shoot, the guy either wears number 1 or number 0. That's the wide receiver. But I mean he Thrash I think is his name. Is
Okay.
I think it's the receiver's name. But um, anyway, I think we have a decent shot in playing them and possibly pulling out the win at home. We'll have to see,
Okay.
but yeah, I don't know. I know OG, your team is USC, I believe it is, and they
yep.
got a lot of offense, not so much defense. So, but
Boy, can't stop a runny nose.
yeah. But Caleb Williams, he's the real deal and stuff like that. And like I was telling you in the room the other day, there's this rumor floating around that he'll go back to school unless one of 5 teams, can select him. And one of the 5 teams he chose was the Vikings. So, and I actually heard today that supposedly Justin Jefferson didn't sign his contract before the season because he's worried about who's going to be playing quarterback in Minnesota. From what I understand, he really likes Kirk Cousins, would like for him to stay. But if he doesn't stay, I think he'd probably be okay if Caleb came there to play in Minnesota too. So, he just wants a good, consistent quarterback, which what receiver don't want that, So,
Yeah, that would be. I mean, plus his former one of his targets is there, so yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, Jordan Addison, yeah.
Yeah, so it makes a lot of sense. But I don't know if that's going. Y'all gonna have to do a lot of losing and a lot of moving up.
Either that or we're going to have to give away the farm to get them or something like that. Do one of those Robert
Oh,
Robert
you mean Ricky
Griffin.
Williams trades?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I was thinking Robert Griffin. Like I said, my mind's blanking out here, but one where you're giving away like 2 or 3 ones or something like that.
Yeah, you're
So,
gonna get. Yeah, but I don't. I mean, to answer that question, I can see him staying because money is not an issue.
yeah. Well, yeah, with the
So
NIL, yeah.
yeah, but I wouldn't recommend it. But
I
you got to stand on your principles.
Oh, I agree. But I think a lot of players nowadays, in pro and maybe in college, are wanting to take more ownership of things as far as where they're going to be at and stuff like that. And the NIL actually sort of lets them do that because he can get pretty good money just coming back to school next year if he doesn't like the team that selects him. And until I believe until he signs an agent or something like that he would still be eligible to return to school. Although I don't know, it might be if he puts his name in for the draft. That's it. I know in basketball, until they sign an agent, I think they're free to go back to school or whatever and stuff like that. But I don't know how it works in college and pro football, so I'd have to look that up. What
So
about
that's
you? What about you, Swab? What's your college team?
Ohio State.
Ohio State, the
Yes, sir.
university, huh?
The Ohio State.
State University, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
on
I think
upset
one.
alert. Upset alert. Whoop whoop.
stop it.
I think one of my favorite receivers is from the Ohio State University,
Oh,
Chris
which one?
Carter.
Yeah. Hey, but you know what? Like, that whole, I know they've been doing this whole receiver university thing, but hey, Ohio State got a few.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You got, Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Marvin Harrison coming out next year.
Yeah. How crazy is it? Because I think you all hold Carolina's like one, so you all could conceivably be drafting one too.
Yeah.
How inconceivable it could be if you got the USC quarterback and then got Marvin Harrison Jr.
You know,
number 2.
you know what though, Tom? To that point, I hope Justin does enough to where they don't have to start all over again.
Yeah.
Because you keep starting over every 4 years. How can you sustain any kind of success?
No, I agree.
You're getting a new head coach every 4 years. Like, bruh, we ain't gonna never be good because hey, they don't look good after 2 years or a year and a half. You letting them go. So, I mean, I would hope Justin looks good for the remainder of the season, and I would shoot if I were the Bears and I had that kind of you know cachet to take maybe 2 top 10s. I would get Marvin Harrison and probably the best interior D lineman.
Yeah.
Because last year, hey, you got to protect Justin. People like you should get Jalen Carter, but then the defense will be causing havoc, and then Justin getting sacked 10 times a game. So it's like, come on, dog. You gotta pick your struggle. You can't, you just can't.
Yeah.
So I was happy with Wright because you have to protect Justin. No team is winning anything if the quarterback cannot stay upright.
Yeah, I mean that's something that so many people just overlook so much is if you can't protect your quarterback or you can't rush the quarterback, then it's hard to win any football games and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. And like these days, teams are not, you can't play like the 2000 Ravens played or the 85 Bears. You can't play that way, that brand of football, or shit, everybody on the whole 11 will be suspended.
Yeah.
If you play that, you're going to have a bunch of backups. So, you got to be able to put up points. And the only way you can do that is by keeping your quarterback upright.
Oh, I agree. I mean, people give Kirk Cousins, all this grief, but if he had even, a halfway decent, which they're getting better, but they're still real susceptible up the middle. If they had like a really good, guards and a center in there, and they have the two tackles, O'Neal and Darisaw.
Yeah,
I mean, Kirk Cousins could wheel and deal if he had a line that could protect him worth anything. Because I've seen him drop dimes as far as passes. It's like that pass that Justin Jefferson he made the amazing catch on. It didn't get there by itself,
Right. No,
100%. Had to throw the ball.
100%. I agree.
But I think if he does stay, I think probably one of our top 2 or 3 top picks next year should be on the offensive lineman of some sort. But all right, you guys. Well, I'm gonna get off here now because, like I said, we're at like 45 minutes. We could probably talk for about 2 hours, but I don't know if my people will watch. I gotta keep them wanting for more and stuff like that. But thanks for talking the games. Thanks for talking a little bit about celebrity crushes. I hope, ladies, please forgive me. I don't objectify women, but it's okay. In this world where we have to be so politically correct, as long as you're being respectful, it should be okay to say, "Hey, I think this person attractive or good looking and stuff like that." I don't think that should be like something that you should get into a lot of trouble over and stuff like that, as long as it's respectful. But anyway, but yeah, you're gonna have to send me a link or something to that lady you were talking about, so I can see who she is. But you guys take care. We're signing off for now, and hopefully we'll be back next week for y'all to get all this good insight and stuff like that. And I promise next week, no celebrity crush talks. Y'all take care.
All right.
All right, bye.
Hey.